Liverpool have a big game against Brentford on Saturday, 8 p.m. kickoff. Is Arne Slot going to get it right? Are the tactics going to be right? Not only that, there's been a couple of injury updates as well. People, let's get into this Kop-Ish Kollab show with Husam and Tom Little. Let's do this, people.
Hi, this is Jordan Henderson, and you're watching Team Kopish.
See, now you're tuning in. It's the main free back again. Ripping LFC to the end, so go on tell a friend. If they rockin' red, they're a 10 champions. We the best, we come again. Kopish clean up in every region. Elevation in every season. Catch up in all the fast match up in real rap. And Drifty go on tell them this is that. This is that. This is Kopish. This is Kopish. Reppin' Liverpool to the end, champions, we the best, come again. This is that. This is Kop-Ish. This is Kop-Ish. The main free back up in your screen, real ones know this the place to be. This is Kop-Ish.
Yes, people, welcome back to Team Kopish. You know what time it is, people? Kop-Ish Kollab, Husam, Tom Little in the building. You know what time it is, people. Make sure you go and press the subscribe button to both of their channels. The links will be in the description of this video. Make sure you also get us to 40k people as well. I've been asking for a minute now. I'd really appreciate it if you could get us there. You know what I'm saying? Also, this video is sponsored by okjersey.com, where you can get your football shirts, quality football shirts, my ad, by the way, for about £15 and use the code Kopish and get 8% off, people. So, with that being said, Husam, Tom, how are you guys, man?
All good. Liverpool won, so a bit more positivity. And, you know, Husam, you're allowed to talk, you know.
Yeah. He just said more positivity. He wants me to interrupt him mid-intro, bro. What is this?
Mate,
bro, he's talking. He's mid-talking. He's legitimately mid-sentence.
I finished my sentence.
Yeah, pick up.
My
guys,
sentence ended on more positivity.
You can talk, Husam. You're the one talking. So continue talking.
My sentence ended on mid-positivity. That's where my sentence ended.
What a fraud, bro.
It's just another Friday.
Mid-talking. He wants me to interrupt him.
It wasn't mid-talking. That was the end of my sentence. So, you know, more positivity. Go on, Husam. Don't just sit there on your phone.
Okay. I'm not on my phone. I'm organizing stuff. There's a difference between being on your phone texting side chicks like you do and me. I'm here working. Wow. I'm trying to organize 3 shows. I'm trying to tell Vel what to do for the thumbnail. I'm trying to tell the MHF guy what to do for the thumbnail. See, you can't relate because you're inactive. You get me? Unlike you texting Rosa on the side, pretending to be loyal. So hold that.
Raw! That sounds going dark.
Hold that, you and Rosa as well.
No, it's going dark. You know what? Yeah,
hold that. Hold that, you.
Wait,
and
Vel doesn't do. I thought Vel did MHF as well. I didn't realize you were a separate guy.
No,
MHF.
Vel doesn't do MHF because you can't afford to pay dick face for another channel.
All right, so
Vel is expensive.
As we know, this is the Friday show. This is how it normally starts. There's always some type of antagonizing. But now, Husam, obviously the game. In fact, you know what? We haven't even spoke. I haven't spoken to you actually since the Frankfurt game. Actually, yeah, I just realized. So, first thoughts on that performance. Actually,
why did you just realize? Why would you have spoken to me? Or
no, I don't know why. Because no, I don't know why. Because I just thought I spoke to you on Monday, but then the game was on Wednesday. But my brain said something else. I don't know what. But yeah. But yeah, what was your thoughts on the game, my broski?
Can you let Tom go first because he wants to stroke his own ego? Like, can we let him go first because he wants to sit here and
no.
I actually refuse to start this section. I want Tom to start first.
Well, I refuse.
No, you can't refuse. You have to do it. You have to do it as the youngest one here. You have to show respect to older people.
No, disagree. Don't have to. I don't want to start this out. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on the game.
Okay, let's be democratic. Let's be democratic, okay? Forget me and you. Chat. One word answer. Husam or Tom? Who you want to start this section? The one with more names on the chat, we'll let him start off this section. Because what you ain't going to do is sit up here and disrespect the audience of Kopish, pound for pound best channel on YouTube. You get me? So hold that. One word answer, please, chat. Can everyone write like Tom? Fuck you all. You frauds. Anyway, fair.
Yeah. So
Fair.
so Hassan, in fact, let me start with the first proper question. What were the
Yes.
things that you actually liked about the performance, though, against Frankfurt?
What are the things I liked about the performance against Frankfurt? For me, I loved the way that we played in the second half. I liked our build-up for the most part. I think we were in control for the most part. And bro, 11 big chances created, Frankfurt 0. Frankfurt having 0 big chances created, I'm in love. I'm in love. You get me? I'm alive. I'm happy. I'm smiling. It's beautiful. I think winning 5-1, people are under, my God, it's just Frankfurt. Yeah, guess what? We lost to Achapong and Badishil, mate. We lost to Nketiah. We lost to Galatasaray. We lost to the worst Man United side in our lifetime. So we're not going to sit up here and go like, it's just Frankfurt. No one gives a fuck. We went there. We won 5-1. You get me? And we have to continue this winning form. And for me, Vert's 2 assists. Everyone can just shut the hell up now about the whole 0-0. There's no more 0-0. It's 0-2 now. So it's no longer 0-0. And, I'm very happy with the way that Aktike played. My striker, me and Matt are the only ones from this channel and this collaboration that deserve credit for Aktike.
Come on, bro.
All that. We said fundamentals of football. Meanwhile, other people on the channel, not going to name any names, Drifty and Tom and Callum, were talking about how he scored 15 Bundesliga goals. You get me? Meanwhile, we actually know ball. We have a sense for talent. You get me?
Some people are saying Retegi. So let's interrupt you. Some people are saying Retegi. But yeah,
some people are saying Guessand as well. Let's not forget. Be quiet. You wanted me to speak.
No, Tom. This is
Be quiet. Don't talk. You said Husam talks, so shut the hell up. As I was saying. Yeah, exactly. Husam talks. So keep your mouth shut, man. Thank you very much. Love you, Tom. Subscribe to Tom Little for no content. So anyway, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, I think the way that we played was great, and I want to start it back. Isak's form worries me a little bit. I want him to start scoring goals because he did get 2 good chances, in my opinion. Salah's form worries me as well, but I think the reaction from the fan base is disgusting towards him. I love the fact that Vert's got 2 assists. I think it's beautiful. I want him to get off the mark. And to be honest with you, the 2 main people that people don't know about and people aren't speaking about enough and people aren't giving massive credit is Curtis Jones and Dominic Szoboszlai. Arne Slot is a bald bastard if he does not play both of them again against Brentford. You have to play these 2 against Brentford. I'm sorry, there is legitimately no reason to drop Curtis Jones. There is no reason to drop Dominic Szoboszlai. There is legit no reason. Both of these have to be in the double pivot, whichever formation you want to play, whichever winger you want to play, whichever forward you want to play, whichever striker you want to play. Curtis Jones and Szoboszlai have to be in the pivot, and massive credit goes to Curtis Jones because this is a guy that's been hugely criticized, including by myself. But I changed my opinion on him last year because I think he performed really well. And this season again, him, like, honestly, I don't know if you guys saw his comment post-game, but when he came out and said, I feel like we're playing a bit too much ping-pong ball.
Yeah.
And he takes it upon himself to change the fact that, Liverpool play ping-pong ball by actually, keeping the ball a little bit, which I think is something that's important to us. Keeping the football. Pep Guardiola, with all due respect, guys, we all know this. John Stones, Diaz, blah, 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 in 2025, they ain't all good defenders. But Pep defends by keeping the football. And I think that's something that we should do more of. Szoboszlai, massive credit for that performance. He has his headband on, and he was doing his best impersonation of Andrea Pirlo, which is great. You get me? Just dictating play, doing everything. And I love the fact that we went 1-0 down and still bounced back. We did not fold under pressure. We didn't bottle it. We didn't bullshit. We cooked, and that for me is the most important thing. So yeah, I love that performance.
No, I hear that. What about you, Tom? What were the things that you enjoyed the most about the performance? Was it the formation, the player selection, team selection? Like, what was it that kind of?
Vindication is what I'd describe that performance. I've been harping on for weeks now about the need to switch to a 4-4-2. I've been harping on for weeks now about the need to have Florian Wirtz start wide and drift narrower so we can actually have him somewhat involved in more phases of the game. I've been harping on for weeks about how a 4-4-2 is much better than a 4-2-4. I've been harping on for weeks that Curtis Jones needs to be starting games because he's our best progressive passer and he's the guy that keeps things ticking over. Everything got brought into effect in that game and we won 5-1, and my gripe is that it should have been more and we should have scored more. and we had more chances and we didn't take them. And that can only be kind of a good thing at that point, because what happens when we do start taking them? Ekitike, brilliant. Like I said, Jones and Szoboszlai were massively important. Jones kept everything ticking, and that freed up Szoboszlai to use a bit of his passing range and a bit of his quality in and around the final third. Because if you go and look back, a lot of the dangerous balls that were being put in, especially in the first half, were by Szoboszlai sitting in a deeper role and just pinging them everywhere with his passing range. I think Gakpo deserves credit for the game, but again, some people don't like to give Gakpo credit. Vert's best game in Liverpool shirt, and again, I think he was helping out defensively and attacking wise, especially in that second half once he got that free roll. But it was, when I look at all the players that we signed in the summer, I look at how do all these guys fit in. That's how you fit them in. The only guy now in that system, and I don't know necessarily where he fits in, is Kerkez. Because I don't think he's disciplined enough to do what Robertson did. I thought Robertson's intelligence was needed in terms of it, just knowing when to go and when to stay back. And
credit to him for the pass too. Well done.
And 100% Kerkez probably didn't play that pass. But like, I can now see where Frimpong fits in. We bought this very attacking wing back, and in that game, the wing back was given the entire right hand side of the pitch.
Yeah,
now, obviously it's unfortunate he got injured when he did, because I feel like that could be a really big game for him. But Bradley came in and also had a positive impact. He's a little bit different than Frimpong. He likes to crash the box, which gave us a couple of chances, but occasionally does leave us a little bit more open and exposed. I thought the second half was better than the first half, because I think we were still trying some weird things in the first half. I didn't like the fact that we kept dragging Curtis Jones to play right back when we didn't have the ball. And then all that would mean is in transition, Szoboszlai, which was left on his own, but that got addressed in the second half. But all in all, look, I don't have many, if any, complaints about that. Now, I wish Isak had stayed on for longer, but obviously he picked up a knock. I thought Chiesa was really good when he came on.
Chiesa was excellent when he came on.
A lot of energy, and that allowed us to really put a high press on for the first time this season. And the thing that I like about the 4-4-2, and it's why I was harping on about it, it's the fact that Isak looked like a serviceable presser in that first half. He looked serviceable in what he was doing. That we didn't look really that weak in terms of a defense. Once everything got settled. So we were caught in transition a couple of times, and I feel like this is where people need to sort of understand game states. We got caught in transition a couple of times in that first half. Their goal came from a transition, which needs to be addressed with how many plays we pushed up and where we pushed them up to. But when they had sustained spells of the ball, and we got into our 4-4-2 mid-block, they did fuck all. They couldn't do anything because it was so well structured and so well organised, and it gives you counter-attacking possibilities. We looked at real threat in transition this game on counter-attacks. Yeah, so I'm hoping and praying that this is how Arne Slot sees us going forwards. Because if this is how we see us going forwards, I think we can bounce right back from this blip that we've had, and we can really start to rebuild our season. Because that system, I've been harping on about it. That's the kind of football I think we need.
By the way, I agree with Leighton 100%. This is important to address as well. Wirtz in the second half looked 100 times better than Wirtz in the first half. If you guys notice, by the way, the guy that created actually the most dangerous chance for us was Szoboszlai when he played the pass in behind to Isak. Szoboszlai was the one that dinked it from deep. I can't rely on that game in, game out, by the way, because Premier League teams aren't like Premier League teams are deeper sitting back. So that's why I want Wirtz centrally, because the two goals that we scored, I want to make something clear. I love the fact that you score from set pieces, but I do not change my energy. I think that is unsustainable to rely in, game out. So let's just be objective about this, okay? We can't just say it at Arsenal and then go like, oh, wow, we're amazing. So the two goals that we scored in the second half for me are the two most sustainable goals of the whole game. Like, it's the way that we linked up play. It's the way that we created from nothing. That, for me, is something that I want us to do over and over and over again. There is a moment before Wirtz gets his first assist where he just gets past the player, plays it into Szoboszlai, and I'm like, Szoboszlai hit the target, Habibi. But he eventually hit the target and he scored. And I think, for me, I would go back to the 4-2-3-1, but I would change it for Brentford. I'd play Fede on the right, Federico Chiesa as the right winger, Gakpo on the left. I play Ekitike up top. My double pivot would be Szoboszlai and Jones, and I'd put Wirtz in a 10, and I would just give Wirtz creative control over the game. Like, you go ahead, create, Habibi. We know you're not athletic. We know you're not physical. We know you ain't gonna run up and down the pitch. You're not the next Stevie G or something, but I want him for his playmaking. So I put him as the playmaker in the 10, and I allow him to cook. And that's it.
All right, so one thing I would say about that though is I understand why you would go back to the 4-2-3-1, but the only thing I would say that maybe did help with the 4-4-2 is that everyone kind of just knew their role, and it was like covering the space between the lines between midfield and defense. And like Tom said, I think we only really got caught out early when we were trying to get used to the system. In that 4-4-2, it was very much like a mid block, because we don't really play low blocks, we just play like a mid block, and it's making me wonder. Spoiler alert for the next section that we'll speak about anyway. But you see the Brentford game, like, because like you said, Husam, Frankfurt and Brentford play so differently, and I think Brentford are going to be way more aggressive as well. And it makes me wonder whether we should stick with this 4-4-2 to see how it goes, or do we revert back to type and go 4-2-3-1 with the team you said, which I haven't got a problem with. It's more about ideology, right? So I guess it's not really about formation, but the 4-4-2 just kind of cover or paper over some of the cracks that we have. I don't know if you guys
I think it's quite irrelevant whether we play 4-4-2 or 4-2-3-1, because that doesn't impact the shape that we have when we have the ball. When we have the ball, we should be doing the exact same things, and you can do that in a 4-4-2 or a 4-2-3-1. I just think defensively the 4-4-2 is a little bit better because it guarantees more support for the wide players, and it enables you to cut passing lanes to DMs better because you've got two strikers rather than a striker and a 10. I feel that because Brentford play a double pivot with I know it's recently been Henderson and Yarmolenko or whatever his name is, the young lad.
Yeah.
A 10 can get quite sort of...
I'll let Tom finish, but please keep this comment on the screen. But go ahead, Tom. Keep it on the screen. I want to address it when Tom's done.
A 10's pretty sort of, for lack of a better term, useless against a double pivot, because if he picks up one, it just goes to the other. And the striker can't pick up the other because then you're just leaving all the centre-backs free. The striker's supposed to shuttle between both, which is why I think that it works better with the two strikers for us, where they can just shuttle between, cut passing lanes, and if the defenders make mistakes, close them down. Don't think you can do that as well with the 10. But ultimately, it doesn't matter what we do without the ball, because all we should be doing when we have the ball is reverting to the shape that we had in the second half, especially against Frankfurt, where Wirtz, if he starts right, drifts centrally, the right back pushes high up and offers all the width on the right. The two strikers move up and run channels. The left mid becomes a left winger who holds width. The left back either becomes a DM or a centre back, sort of covers that side of the pitch. You keep your double pivot in your double pivot and stop letting them be free, because we didn't let them be free and we had so much more control over the game because you've got a better rest defence and your two centre backs stay there to battle with a striker and win duels against them. So it really doesn't matter what you do without the ball, in a sense. You can play a 4-4-2, you can play a 4-5-1, you can play a 4-1-4-1, you can play a 4-2-3-1, you can play whatever, as long as we end up, when we have the ball, getting back to the shape that I saw against Frankfurt in that second half. I've got no complaints. For me, though, I just personally prefer the 4-4-2. I think the 4-4-2 is a better setup defensively at the minute.
What about you, Hassan?
We sit here and we go like, is Slot gonna revert back? The reason why Hugo Akitekers is asking this question is because everyone knows deep down. Forget what me, Tom, and Matt will do. Let me tell you the two possibilities for this Saturday.
Yeah, go on.
Mamardashvili, Szoboszlai right back, Konate, Van Dijk, Kerkez, Jones, and Gravenberch double pivot. Wirtz in the 10, Salah on the right, Ekitike up top, on the left Gakpo. This is possibility 1. Possibility 2, if Gravenberch is not fit, move Szoboszlai to the pivot and play. If Gravenberch is not fit, he'll start McAllister. So the answer to the question, is he going to revert back? Yes. Salah is starting against Brentford as well. I don't start him. Slot will start him.
All right. Just quickly then. And again, all right. So this is one thing that worries me a little bit. We done well in the Frankfurt game. It wasn't perfect, but I think a lot of people were just, first of all, happy that we won the game. And they were happy that they saw something different and see the manager try something different. And that's try and get the best out of the players that he actually has, rather than trying to shoehorn it into a system that clearly hasn't been working. If he now was to go and play that, maybe option A, Husam. Let's say, for example, he puts Soboslai right back. I'm going to lose my rag. But then, do you know what the manager will probably say to you? Let's say Soboslai does play. He'll probably say something like, yeah, I played him because we know Kevin Shaw, you know how good he is, the X, Y, Z. But if you ever want Bradley to improve, is 1v1 defending, you have to let Bradley play. There's no point every time there's a test, the manager goes, I'm going to play that person. Like, these are the things, because, again, I don't maybe rate Bradley as some other people, potentially. I just think Bradley's a decent player. I think he's a good squad player, but I don't think personally he should be Liverpool's right back. However, I still think Bradley deserves to start this game. We should not be putting Soboslai back into right back. It is such, for me personally, if this is Ekatike's burner account, it might very well be. I don't think it is, but I'm going to say this. That's the manager being a bit cowardly, in my opinion. It's going back to something that worked before and thinking, it's going to work again. But we know we don't. That's not an option. The option is there for everyone to see, and that is Soboslai in midfield can actually cook. Not in the 10 when he plays that 6-8 role and he's given time on the ball. And even if he hasn't got time on the ball, he can see more of the pitch. You see when it's high up the pitch, you guys spoke about this at length, yeah, where like, when he's in a number 10 role and he gets the ball and his back's to goal, he'll quickly just lay it off because he's not really as comfortable playing with his back to goal. But you see when he can see the pitch and he can dictate, like you said, like almost not Pirlo, but you get what I'm trying to say. He can dictate play. That's Soboslai we want, bro. It'll be such an undoing if he was to play him at right back, bro. I can't lie.
We do know that McAllister and Salah are starting this Saturday. They shouldn't, but they will. Okay,
right,
McAllister,
Salah
I can't guarantee. I can almost guarantee Salah starts. Based off slot, he ain't going to start Chiesa. Can we stop lying to each other? So
no. Bruv, I've been one of the most consistent people you ever see about Chiesa. I say Chiesa is a good player, but the manager does not trust him. He hasn't trusted him because I don't think he was even a slot signing. I've said this from jump, and I said, for whatever reason, you don't trust him. He just doesn't. There's a reason why the manager will not start Chiesa in any game. It's almost like he feels like, Chiesa is only good for against teams that maybe when they get tired, he can press hard and win the ball out the pitch. It's like he uses him as like a little bit of a last minute weapon. You don't trust him for a full game for whatever reason. I don't know.
I don't have a problem starting Salah, to be honest. Isak's probably not 100% fit.
No,
I start Salah. I just wouldn't start him on the right.
The manager's already spoken about Isak. Have you guys seen the quotes?
Yeah, he's better than Frimpong. He'll be there on Saturday. It's just he probably won't start.
Yeah,
I've got no problem starting Salah. If you're looking at that team from Wednesday as a benchmark, I'm taking Isak out for Salah and I'm playing Salah right striker. And that's probably it.
Are you doing that because you feel like Wirtz will do better defensively? Let's say he sticks to the 4-4-2 and you play Salah.
Salah can't go right mid defensively. He doesn't track back.
I agree. I agree with that. You want Salah
for that settled defensive shape to work the way it worked. People in the first half, Florian Wirtz won a lot of was tracking back a lot, and he won a fair few duels on the right hand side, which allowed us to win the ball back and progress up the pitch. Salah doesn't do that. And I'm not going to sit there and ask Salah to do that because he hasn't done that for a while now. So I'd play Salah in that front two alongside Ekatike because he can do what Isak was doing. Isak wasn't aggressively pressing. Isak was just sort of shuttling, waiting. Salah would do it differently. Salah would drift out wider, which would in turn push Wirtz inside quicker, which is what we all want to see. We want Wirtz getting inside quicker. Yeah. But I don't have a problem with him going out there. Chiesa can also go there. He won't do Chiesa. But I've got no problem with it being Salah or Chiesa. I'm fine with it either way. My problem would be if you start Salah and then I see us go back to the shit 4-2-4 with us playing a 4-2-3-1 in possession where the striker's left on his own and then the wingers don't really get involved in the game. I liked how we had it set up with two strikers against Frankfurt because you give yourself more triangles in the final third. So I'd play him as that right striker.
No, I agree, and I think everyone can kind of see like how much better we played, especially in the second half. To kind of undo that, within the space of how many days, I can't lie, I think everyone would lose their rag. And let's keep it a buck. How did you lot even feel when you saw that starting lineup? Because you know, when I first saw the starting lineup, yeah, I was happy but confused, only because I couldn't work out the formation. I don't know. Did you guys get that same kind of thing? You're happy you're seeing these players play. You're seeing Jones, you're seeing Soboslai, but you're seeing Isak and Negatike. And then I was like, what formation is this? Like, did you lot think that, or did you kind of know what was going on?
I figured out what the formation was pretty.
Did you? So you automatically you already knew versus
like,
you just.
I think I put it on Twitter after like 10 minutes after the lineup. It was the only real way of making it work with all the players that he had on the pitch to revert to that. Yeah. The only thing I didn't quite know was whether he was going to do Ekatike or Vert at right mid, and I'm glad he done Vert.
Yeah.
But in terms of the shape, it was the only logical one that made sense for it to be, because he actually started using players for the strengths. He actually started using the players for the reason that we fucking bought them, which is shock. We use players for their intended purpose and why we bought them. All of a sudden, they play well. It's not rocket science.
No, I hear that. Just quickly, guys, as well. Yeah, you see, there's been a lot of talk about slot favoritism, right? And you know, these players did start against Frankfurt. Are you guys worried though? Again, like favoritism might come back into play for Saturday's game, and he might even use the excuse of, some of these players can't play, you know, 2 games in a week or something. Because you know, Slot will use some silly excuse. Like, remember the excuse he used for Chiesa? He picked up a knock, but Chiesa was in training. I think it was for like Chiesa was good. I think he missed the Champions League game or something. Because that's what 100%. I'm worried about, and that's me.
100%, 100%, guys. You know, we can all admit, myself, Tom, and Matt probably, and I am speaking for them. We in our lineup, my lineup, I don't start Salah as an example, but Slot will. What are we doing here? Like, we sit here and go like, let's start Chiesa. We all agree, guys. Let's start Chiesa, but Slot won't though. So why should we lie to each other? You get me? It wouldn't shock me if I see McAllister in the starting 11. It wouldn't shock me if I see Curtis Jones benched, even though he doesn't deserve it.
If Curtis Jones,
I think Slot needs to change things around, man. And look, I love the fact you beat Frankfurt, but we need to start going on a winning run. I'm not giving up on a league title just because I'm 5 points behind in fucking October. But the guy just needs to get his shit together. This isn't, and big up to LB, actually, City fan. Yesterday he was on my channel. And he said, like, there is, people keep trying to act like this is the same thing as City from last year. He said it's not. He said Slot has all the solutions in his arsenal. He just needs to apply it. He applies the solutions, we win. It's as simple as that. Like, Brentford are no match for us. We already know what they're going to do. 3 at the back. Henderson gets the ball, long ball to Thiago on the channels, long ball to Shade or Shade. Or
I
don't know why he has a stripper name. But you get me, just long ball. So we're going to have to deal with it in the channels. It's as simple as that. So everyone in the chat knows exactly what he's going to do. So, yeah.
That's kind of worrying. Guys, is what you see. All right, let's just kind of like, I guess let's move on to the Brentford game. We're playing quite a few ex-Liverpool players, if I'm not mistaken, all day. Right, so you got Kelleher, Seth Vandenberg, Jordan Henderson, Fabio Carvalho. Have I missed anybody? Is it for them?
It's for them. You got everyone.
Do you think them players are going to be like? I hope. Like, do you think them players are going to have that extra kind of fire, like in their belly, so to speak? Like, where
I think it's entirely irrelevant.
No. You say it's irrelevant, but you see players like Henderson. You heard what he said, right? Where he's like, I couldn't even watch a Liverpool game or something because it felt like a breakup. I'm telling you,
that's fine.
No, what I'm saying is, Tom, you're saying it's irrelevant. We have to match their intensity, you know. No, I know this is coming out of a Pep Linder's line here. You see that intensity that Henderson's going to want to bring to the table? If we don't match that, it's problems. You do realize that? Because this ain't Frankfurt. Brentford are actually a good, well-organized team.
I get that, but Frankfurt were well-organised until we picked them apart.
Nah, Frankfurt
for the first 20 minutes, they were well-organised. We couldn't break them down, and then we started to break them down.
In the Champions League game before that as well.
Yeah, so they got smacked up by Atletico Madrid, and then before that, they smacked up Galatasaray, something we couldn't do. At the end of the day,
Frankfurt are better than Frankfurt.
I don't know. I don't know.
No,
Frankfurt in the fucking Champions League. That means they finished a good spot in the Bundesliga last season. Now, whatever you think about the Bundesliga, you can say, but at the end of the day,
helped them last year, Tom. Don't forget that.
That's fine.
And Marmoush for 6 months. Don't forget that either.
Exactly. Yeah.
Frankfurt are not good,
finished.
bro. When I
They
say
still
not good, they're not.
finished there.
But go on, sorry, you're speaking. Go on, my bro. Go on, you speak.
I get what you're saying. Like, oh, we have former players that are playing there. Maybe they'll up the game, but it should be entirely irrelevant because even if they up their game, we're better than them.
Agreed.
We just need to show it. It's not about we need to match what Jordan Henderson's going to bring off the ball because he's going to be rather thick. Jordan Henderson, in the nice possible way, is not the same Jordan Henderson that he was when he was winning Player of the Year for us. He's not.
Doesn't
he's
need
not
to
as quick.
be.
He's not as
I
mobile.
think you're missing what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say, Tom, just quickly is this. No, just quickly. What I'm trying to say is this, yeah. We are better than Brentford. Bro, we're better than literally... How about this? We're better than everybody in the league. But if you don't show it on that night where the other team are going to test you, we will be in problems all over again. That's all I'm saying.
But then I don't think it's a case of, there's not some grand plan because they've got former players. It's just we need to turn up.
No. We need to turn up and we can't revert back to type how we have in the Premier League. Because you could arguably say this was an anomaly beating Frankfurt. Because when was the last time we scored 5 goals? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we won't know until Saturday. And all I'm literally saying is, yeah, in my opinion, yeah, is there's ex-Liverpool players there that are going to want to show up and show up. They're going to want to do their thing. But you're right. We shouldn't take no notice of that. However, we just got to make sure we are locked in. And one thing about Liverpool, I found since Slot has been in charge, in the first half, teams can get at us, or in the first 15, 20 minutes. And that's where we have to be careful. If we can manage that, Tom, or if we start like a house on fire, I think we run away with it.
I mean, I can tell you exactly how Brentford are going to play it. It's gonna be pretty much similar to how Palace played us. They're not going to want to go through the midfield. They're going to go. The only guy they'll use in the midfield really is Henderson because he can play long balls. So it'll be who can they give it to? Nathan Collins.
Is it Damsgaard? No, who's the?
He's the 10. They're not gonna build through us.
Not build through him. But he's a player though that I think we should keep.
Yeah, he's a player, but that's gonna be in the second. So the only way Brentford are gonna get off the pitch against us consistently is by giving it to Henderson or Nathan Collins and booting it up to Igor Thiago, which is exactly what Palace done.
If Conor Bradley's playing to Kevin Shard.
Even then, though, Conor Bradley actually deals with Diags all right. It's only when he's caught out of position. If he's in a settled shape, he's not too bad against them. Their idea is going to be have Igor Thiago match up against Canate and hope they can have the same outcome as what they had against Palace, where Mateta wins all the duels. So they're going to want Igor Thiago to win all the duels. If they win the duels, they'll win the second balls. If they win the second balls, then we're going to be under pressure. It's all about a lot of this game will come down to when they're playing them long balls forwards, are we winning our duels? We won every single duel against Frankfurt. And what happens is you just start to slowly pen them in because your centre-backs gain a couple of yards every time. Every time they win a duel. And so what was happening was they'd play it up. Canate muscle a guy off and then Van Dijk could sweep up behind and pick it up and start again. And you gain a couple of yards every time. So if we can... against Igor Thiago. It even happened against Palace in the second half because Canate started winning his duels in the second half. Mateta did nothing, and we started to pen them in. But they had a goal at that point, and they were holding on at that point. So if we're winning our duels, again, it sounds so simple to say, but football's a simple game. They are going to go long to their big striker and hope that they can win knockdowns for their quick winger. If we can win the long balls, which stop their striker from knocking it down to the quick winger, we will have a lot of control in the game. That's all that matters. If we control the game, then we can get into the shape more. If we get into the shape more, then we'll create more chances. If we create more chances, we'll score more goals. It's very easy.
What's the time, Tom?
No, you lost.
It's just the 44 minutes late this time.
You lost.
Sorry,
nearly a full half of football.
Sorry, I overslept. Sorry, I overslept.
I don't get the joke. Don't get the joke. Sorry.
I love this show, bro. I swear down.
Apologies, I don't get the joke. My bad.
Big up,
welcome to the show.
Big up.
Apologies, people.
I didn't know you joined us.
I can't oversleep on Friday because there's Friday prayer.
Fridays.
Big up, boys.
All right, so Cal, welcome to the show. Yeah. So I was asking the guys about firstly,
I love
do
Callum's outfit, you know. I feel like he's about to tell us about the stocks exchange and tell us how to trade cryptocurrency. You get me? It's
I
just
know. You definitely got one of them dodgy YouTube courses, haven't you?
Nah, you lot are going mad. You lot are going mad.
Can you guys imagine right now, Callum?
No.
Let's go. Go on, son. Go
You
on,
can't do
son.
car like that, bro.
Tell me, which cryptocurrency shall I buy today?
No,
You
no,
get
you
me?
It's
can't
actually
do
a
Carla
Puma
that, bro.
top. It's actually a Puma top. It's not.
Let's
It's
go.
not a shirt or
Vamos.
dress shirt.
Vamos. Did you guys get your shirts, by the way, from OK Jersey?
No, Sam. See, I'm
No,
gonna give it
not
a
yet.
shout. I'm gonna give
No,
it a
not
shout.
yet. You know.
Oh, I mean, you only order them 3 weeks after everyone else. Well, fair enough. Took them 3 weeks to choose 3 shirts. I chose 10 shirts in a day. Big up.
All right, mate.
Like,
Maybe
subscribe.
the delivery's quicker to you. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Oh yeah. But delivery
just
quicker.
saying.
That's all
I don't
chestnut,
know.
you
I'm
get
just
me?
saying. But no, all right,
Sam,
just quickly.
Sam, you live for toxic, innit? You live
He
for
does,
toxic.
bruv. He's
Me, I'm so
There
not
we go.
toxic. That's
Me,
such a lie.
Habibi.
I've
no.
never been toxic in my life. That's a complete lie.
I've never been toxic
I'm-
in my life, baby. No, me.
all right. So just quickly,
Oh,
bruv,
but
I'm
that's
like,
like-
this
Are
guy
you saying
mad.
that's
We,
his
we,
motto?
we were having a very nice stream as well until Cal turned off.
Ah, you lot are guys,
Wow.
man.
No, the stream gets nicer with Callum. Don't do that.
No,
you bullshit.
I'm saying that Sam wasn't being that he had a toxic moment with me, but outside that he wasn't being very toxic. He was just beefing with the comments more than anything.
Yeah,
in the
no,
comments,
I
you
don't beef with the comment. I love the comment section. Kop-Ish comment section love me after I cooked that guy for saying I'm arrogant. Since then they've been loving me. You
Oh,
get
yeah,
me?
that's
I mean,
kinda
you say that, but they didn't do what you wanted like 30 minutes ago when you wanted me to start talking.
That's
and then they just
okay.
didn't.
We are democratic over here. This ain't Pyongyang, mate. You get me? Let the people do what they want to do. You get me? That's some shame. Have some shame. This ain't North Korea. People have options. You know, you don't just give everyone potatoes and then kill them if they go against you. It's not how this works.
Right, let's try and get back to football talk.
Yeah, ask Callum a question.
You
So,
let me
Callum,
ask
shall I
now.
buy Dogecoin or shall I invest in? What do you recommend for
Actually, no,
today's
that's the thing.
investment?
I know nothing about crypto. I'd like to learn. but I know
No,
nothing
Carl,
about crypto.
don't.
I haven't invested all the Kop-Ish millions into crypto. You'd have been rich by now.
No, he's invested into real estate. Why do you think he's got a villa in Spain?
Woo! 1-0 Tom. 1-0 Tom.
Where do you think that
No.
Alexander Arnold transfer commission when he went? Let's not forget.
Oh,
you gotta
he was
fight back.
defending him as well.
Ask
Let's keep
Tom when
that
he's
in
next
mind.
streaming.
That's a fucking nothing thing now. It's nothing.
Anytime we
we
lose no
know.
argument, Tom, when you next streaming?
1-0 Matt.
Nah, because Tom's gonna get me back at some point. Because I know he's gonna mention something about FIFA. You dare?
The thing
Tom, I
is,
swear to God, I
Callum
will
does
cut
have
your mic.
kids.
You will never speak. on the
Callum
channel
does
ever
have
again.
kids, so none of us can relate other than Matt. So it's different. My kid is always on time. He's on stream, so I've handled him. You get me completely perfectly. He's streaming with us right now. Very proud as a father.
No. Tom, you got
As
to
a
fight.
father
man.
to Thomas Little, you get me. I'm very proud.
Tom, you got to fight, man. You
There's
gotta fight
nothing
back,
to
Tom.
fight back. If he says anything, I'll just say he hates Arabs.
I'm fucked. I'm fucked.
Big up to my son, Thomas Little, man. Big up. Always here on
This is
time.
crazy. Tom, fight back. Just don't mention what he said.
I don't
Anyway,
need
Callum,
to-
your thoughts on
I
the
don't need to
Brentford
be
game?
twisted.
All right,
Callum,
all
your
right.
thoughts on the Brentford
Let's bring a bit.
game,
Let's bring
Callum?
a big order. All right.
Yeah,
So
if
what
anyone
else?
hasn't watched
Yeah.
the preview, I did give my thoughts on the preview. I can see a draw in this game.
No. But team selection, does Slot revert back to type? Do the players, the favorites, does he bring them back in? Cal?
I don't think. I don't think there's been a type to revert back to this season, but I think he definitely has favorites. I personally think McAllister will start ahead of Jones.
You've got to be.
I think Kirkes will start ahead of Robbo, and I think Salah will start on the right wing.
If those three happen, there will be. I just know the fan base will even if it was a 4-4-2, the fan base will crash out if they see
The fan
particular
base will
names.
crash
Not
out.
not
if we
Salah.
lose.
No,
The fan base will
not
crash
even
out if we
Salah.
lose. If we win,
No. No, you're right, Cal. But I'm just saying, if we see, I don't think people have a major issue with Salah. He's just not playing well. But you see certain players like McAllister, who has had a horrible season so far. Kirk has had a very up and down season. I think there's more logic to Salah because Salah at any given moment can score.
Did you hear what Slot said about Kirkes in the press conference? I've only seen the quotes.
Yes. Do you want to read out the quotes though? If you've got it, because I've seen it. Yeah.
He basically said that he's been unlucky that Gakpo hasn't passed it.
He's basically having to go at Gakpo, and that team meeting, Gakpo must have got fried.
I doubt it.
No, obviously not. I'm joking.
You can't exactly. We sit there and say he probably should have passed on the overlap to Kirker, but at the same time, he's before the Frankfurt game, he was the only stars who'd scored.
To be fair, hasn't Gakpo got 3 in his last 2?
3 in his
last 3.
Gakpo kind of has to start.
Gakpo scored in each of the last 3 games.
Gakpo has to start. But you can tell Gakpo's a favourite unless we sign a winger in January and Gakpo starts getting rotated out. I don't think this whole notion that Salah was dropped on Wednesday, he wasn't. He was rotated, just like he was in the Galatasaray game. Salah, 100% in my opinion, starts this game. Absolutely starts this game. And here's the thing. If he plays well and scores, then he's justified. If he doesn't play well, then the manager can turn around and go, well, now I can drop you because your performances haven't been good enough. It's just whether or not he has the balls to do it. And he also has the balls to start Chiesa or not, who just won Player of the Month without having a start apart from 1 game in the Carabao Cup. Crazy that, isn't it? So
did Chiesa actually win Player of the Month?
Yes, but let's be honest. Who was his competition for that month?
That's not the point, Tom.
No, I know, but
that's an indictment on the manager.
Kind of is the point, though, Carl, isn't it? It kind of is the point. There was fucking no one else good in the month.
That's an indictment on the manager.
So he wins it.
No, but do you know how mad it is that like the guy that we all want to see play games and he's only played like a handful of minutes got the Player of the Month.
I agree.
That is an indictment on the manager, bro. Bad.
I agree, it's bad, but I'm not shocked that it happened because he was the only one.
No. Yeah, but imagine, wow, a guy that doesn't even start games got Player of the Month. Maybe he should start, right? Ain't that right, Arnie, if you're watching?
It's a massive indictment because it basically shows he's not rewarding someone for performing, but he's rewarding others for not performing. It's a very bad indictment on the manager. But again, time will tell. I think McAllister come back into the team. I don't think McAllister should be anywhere near the starting 11. Right now, McAllister should be the 4th choice centre midfielder. But we know how this game goes at this point with Slot. But I hope I'm proven wrong.
McAllister needs a break.
Is Callum Slot out?
No, come on, man.
No one here Slot out. No one is Slot out. I just think
there is people who are Slot out.
No, there are.
No. On this panel, we're not. No one on this panel is. Yeah.
I'm just happy to criticize the manager. I know what that comes to. I'm just happy to criticize the manager. Just like I'm happy to criticize any of the players. And again, the excuses I see being made for Salah and McAllister, I've not seen those excuses made for when Gakpo is in bad form, when Konate was in bad form. So it seems like the fan base is really playing favoritism this season, and we're starting to see who's liked and who isn't liked, and who's given grace, who isn't given grace. It's looking dark at the moment, and we're starting to see true colours of the manager and some of the people. So we need to get back on the same page if we're going to win. But ultimately, the manager picks, and the manager has to justify his picks now.
Someone in the chat just said, "Bring back Rafa with money, bro." Please, what are we doing?
Rafa, I don't know. Rafa's been chilling for time. Like Rafa would need to have a go back to another club.
I can't remember the last good job Rafa did at a club.
This is what I was gonna say. I can't remember. What was the last thing?
Newcastle, probably.
Yeah, it was. He did a good job at Everton because he almost got them relegated, but
like,
that's true.
He went to Celta Vigo and got handed out of there within a year.
So while you guys are talking, let me quickly check something. I want to check a quote.
Well, I don't get what Rafa was meant to achieve at Celta Vigo, if I'm going to be honest.
Let me check this quote quickly.
I just think Rafa
is the football
not get close to relegation, probably.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I just think he just got to a point where he's just taking jobs for the sake of it, as opposed to like actually thinking about what suits him and what doesn't.
Probably, but that's kind of what happens at that point, doesn't it?
Guys, I found the quote for Kirkes.
Yeah.
So it goes. Reason why we brought him in is he brings a lot of energy to the game, keeps going up and down. Pause. Very well defending 1v1 situations against the winger. For me, he's been a bit unlucky. Cody's biggest strength is coming inside. Pause. and we have shown him sometimes playing Milos would have been the better option.
Two things there. One, if you know his strength is to be a traditional left back and get up and down the pitch, why the hell are you using him in the build-up play phase one? And then two, can't you just shout at Cody and be like, bro, there's someone who wears red who runs past you and you can pass to him? Aren't those two very easy fixes?
But why is the manager only talking about it now? Like he hasn't seen it like since the season started. This is another thing as well.
Like, why is it that if that's the case, why is Kerkez being used as a third person in build-up play? And do you know, shout out to yourself, Tom, because you have been saying for a while Curtis Jones should be the person who drops into the back three and does the build-up, and I've disagreed with you on that because I wanted the back three, and it worked absolutely brilliantly on Wednesday. So big up on that, Tom. But at the same time, why is Kerkez being used as the third player then? If that's what you want, you play Robertson, just like we saw the other day. It makes no sense. Bravo.
I don't know. Tom, all right, so you was quite vocal about this, yeah? The fact that Arne Slot is now spoken about it, like in public, about what he actually feels regarding Kerkez. What is he actually saying? Is he basically saying, as much as we appreciate Cody needs to be more aware, or is he almost saying, I don't know, like basically that's all he can say, right? Surely that's all that statement stands.
I think he's just trying to. I think he's just trying to protect his player. Kerkez is the only one who didn't really get, who wasn't involved on Wednesday. That also coincided with Robson having a decent game and the team looking a lot better, and then people were unfair from that. I think ultimately the situation is that that role that Robertson played, Kerkez can do an element of it, i.e. what was happening in the first half. So in the first half, Curtis Jones was dropping a lot more into centre-back, and then Robertson was getting to drift out wide and sort of be a wing-back at points, not as advanced as Bradley was, but he was getting to be a wing-back at points. That can work to a degree, but what it was doing was it was leaving us a little bit empty in the middle and putting a lot of impetus on Dom Szoboszlai to sort of make everything work. In the second half, when he sort of reined Robertson in and had him playing a lot deeper, Liverpool had a lot more balance. I don't know what situation the first half setup works, to be honest. I don't know what situation where you vacate the midfield, which then forces Wirtz wide, and that allows Kerkez to step forward. I don't know exactly what situation he's waiting to use that one in. The second half made a lot more sense. The problem with the second half is Kerkez doesn't necessarily fit that because he didn't have the discipline. So it comes down to whether Kerkez is going to adapt his game, which is going to be a big ask because I don't think he's played this role, or if we're going to figure out a new way of setting up where he can be that sort of wing back-ish whilst having the cover elsewhere. And I don't know how he's going to make... The only way I see that one working is if he takes one of the strikers out of the game. And I think that system really worked because it had two strikers. So it'll be interesting to see. I personally just think that it's going to be a case with Kerkez where the manager's trying to mould him into that third centre-back role. But he's got more limitations than the manager realised.
Do you know what really baffles me though with the manager? Let's say he starts Frimpong and Frimpong's overlapping. He brings in Bradley, which is the right move to do, and he'll tell Bradley to invert. He'll start Kerkez. Sorry, he'll start Kerkez. Kerkez will overlap. He'll bring on Robbo and tell Robbo to invert. I don't understand why he keeps doing that, It really frustrates me because I used to have a go at the players and be like, why is Bradley? Because now I just call him Connor Invert Bradley because all he does is invert. He doesn't want to go part, but it's instruction. If something is working,
I don't think it is instruction. I think that's just how Connor Bradley plays.
No, but Tom, imagine if it's not instruction and you're going, it has to be. Do you want to know why? Because if Bradley does it for the majority of the game, the manager will be screaming at him and being like, you're not listening, get off the pitch. Do you get what I'm saying?
I think the inverting side of the game,
light, guys, because you can see my lighting's going mad. Let me just fix
I think the inverting side of Bradley's game gets a little bit overblown. Conor Bradley crashes the box. So what will happen is if the ball is on the left-hand side, Conor Bradley will try and run into the box to act as a striker, which works sometimes as he gets his head on the ball. Ironically, he's one of our better aerial threats. But that's where everyone... When the ball's going down the right, I don't see him going properly inside and everything. If anything...
He does. He does, Tom.
He does it, but it's not to the... in fact, no, I don't think he does to the degree that people are talking about. He runs, he carries the ball inside, but he doesn't sit inside. He doesn't sit inside. If you wanted to see someone, if you wanted to see a right back who inverted, it was Szoboszlai against Burnley. All Szoboszlai done against Burnley was stand in the middle, and it was fucking useless.
When Bradley plays, one of the first things he does, he takes up the Kevin De Bruyne position, which is that right half space in between the midfield and the attack. He literally does. And I get what you say, he does crash the box because it was that game. It was the Galatasaray game. He did the same thing from a Wirtz cross, if I'm not mistaken, as well. But he doesn't do it as effectively. And I think you look at when Bradley plays, if he actually mixes up his game more, he becomes more effective. Like when he first came to the team under Klopp, and even last season as well, he'd vary his game. So there'd be times where he'd go on the outside, but times where he'd go on the inside. And it'd be very hard for their fullback to actually marshal Bradley and know what he's doing. And it actually made Salah's game easier as well because Salah was able to vary what he was doing. At the moment, I rarely see him go on the outside of the winger. And it is a hindrance to our play because then it forces everything inside and it allows teams to be more compact against us and defend easier. Now, granted, obviously, we won 5-1. So, and I actually thought Bradley was good when he came on. But going forward, I think Bradley has to vary his game. And I think it's instruction, but I think it's having the instincts as well to know when to invert and when not to invert.
If it wasn't just a case of the shape, though, isn't it?
No, but because you have to have those instincts, Tom. Like, look, even when you're a centre back, you're still... Matip was the perfect example of it. Matip was a centre back, but he still knew when he could dribble through the game and drive up the pitch with the ball and make a run into the box, see if he could get a little 1-2. Is having those instincts to know when to use them. Just because you start in a certain position in the team doesn't mean you always have to stay there. And again, Gravenberch is another example of it. This season, we've probably looked a lot more open because he's been given more freedom to go forward. But at the same time, Grav should in himself as well know, like, boy, I might not need to be going forward here because if I do, then, you know, we're going to leave a massive gap.
I agree on that. My point was more so though a case of when we played this season, Salah started extremely wide for the most part. He's been very, very wide. That blocks off any path for Conor Bradley to really go wide because Salah stands out wide until he gets the ball. So Bradley has no real choice but to run inside. The difference was against Frankfurt, Isak and Chiesa stayed centrally. Even Salah, when he came on, stayed centrally. So Bradley had the right-hand side to himself. Therefore, he was able to run down the touchline because there's not his own right winger and in turn their left back waiting to block that path.
So what about Atletico then?
That was Frimpong, weren't it?
So my argument is anytime.
So that game Atletico, Mohamed Salah was more narrow than I've seen him any other game this season. He sat very inside, which leaves the space out wide.
No. What I'm saying is, even if you're right, because I think you might be right. I think you're actually correct in that game. I remember Salah was playing a little bit more narrow, but my point is this though: Conor Bradley can go byline as well, like because Conor Bradley's not slow. You know, he might not be rapid, but he's not slow. What really baffles me is every single time I see Conor Bradley more time on the pitch, like you said, Tom, he likes to do the box crashing thing as like he's some box to box number 8 inverting. Like, bro, allow it. You're a right back. But that's to a degree, it's not his fault. It's the manager telling him to do that. And it really frustrates me because Robbo does the same thing. It's very rare you see Robbo overlap, but he will allow Kerkez and Frimpong to overlap. It's the instruction from the manager. I don't even think it's the players because like I said, if it was the players, he would be saying to the players, no. Connor, cut that out. I don't want to see you do that again. He would just tell him. But clearly, it's the manager, bro. That for me, that's... I don't like that.
But to a degree it is, but I don't think the manager dislikes it because it's a case of He wants the wingers to start very wide so they can go one-on-one. That's what he wants. He wants the wingers to start wide so they can go into a one-on-one situation. He needs the runners around.
Sorry to cut you, Tom. Sorry to cut you. Then Slot, I don't even want to say this, but Slot is being idiotic then if that's the case, because we have two wingers who aren't very good in one-on-one dribbling situations. So why would we want to?
I don't disagree.
This is what I'm saying,
but that's how we set it up. That's how we set it up
don't
last
make
year.
sense.
It's how we set it up this year. So, but up until the Frankfurt game, even then, Gakpo was still extremely wide against Frankfurt. But it's about what he's doing in that position. So in the past, it's been a case of he wants the wingers to get the ball, have underlapping runs to drag defenders and midfielders away, and then the wingers go one-on-one with the fullback, beat the fullback, take it to the edge of the box, and then shoot or cross. Against Frankfurt, unless it was transition where Gakpo ran narrow, Gakpo would stand out wide, wait for the run from the striker on his side, and play either down the line or through. It's a difference in how we've done it. So my point is, when you look at how it was set up, I'll use the United game as the most recent one. If we're saying we want Conor Bradley to overlap constantly, there was absolutely no space for Conor Bradley to overlap against Manchester United, because what happened was we pushed both McAllister and Szoboszlai into the final third. So we effectively had a 3-1-6. But what that does, that 3-1-6, is you're going Gakpo's on the left, and he's very wide on the left. Then you got McAllister, you got Szoboszlai, or McAllister, Wirtz, Szoboszlai, Salah, all in a line with Isak in that line as well, trying to find space. We had 6 players all in one line, and we're sitting there going, where's Bradley supposed to go? How can Bradley overlap there? Because there's no space to overlap. When we set up in that shape, when he sets up with the midfielders joining the attack, there is no space for an overlap because the midfielders clog the channels. What happened against Frankfurt was the pivot stayed back. The pivot, they go one down, but they were attacking through the centre. If one was going forwards, it was in the centre, and it wasn't, let me join and go sit alongside Wirtz for extended periods of time. So what happens then is your wingers, or either wingers can come in, or there is space out wide for your wing backs to overlap. You have more space to work with. We've clogged too much space up in games, and it leaves, and the wing backs kind of have nothing they can do in that situation. So I'm not saying Bradley's faultless. There are points where he does it, but I also don't think it's entirely on him. I do think the structure hasn't helped us in a lot of
No. I'm not blaming him anymore. Remember, that's what I've realized. It's not, even though I'll make joke or whatever, but it's not his fault. It's the manager. Husam, let me come to you because you've been silent for a minute now. What's your take on the whole inverting the fullbacks? It's definitely an instruction, right? Because every time Kerkez and Frimpong play, they normally, and I say more times than not, are going byline. But when it's Robertson and Bradley, it's like they're told to invert. So it's like he's like he wants to have two different style fullbacks. Do you agree with that?
Yes. I think what Tom has explained is there's the reason why I was quiet, because when Tom's not waffling, I'm quiet. I let him speak. And I think there is a problem in terms of managerial instructions, and we saw it in the Frankfurt game. The role that we're asking the left back to play actually suits Robertson a lot more than it suits Kerkez. That's the funny part. And the other part I'm asking myself is, why is it that we're asking the left back to invert as much? That's another thing that I'm kind of like, I'm sort of sat here going like, okay, so I get his logic, because he basically wants to build in a 3-1, or as we built up against Frankfurt, build up in a 3-2. So I understand where the manager is coming from. But my thing is the following. Look, so now it makes me question. So what was the point of signing Kerkez to begin with? If you wanted someone like that, it would have been made more sense to sign Callum's favorite, a Schlotterbeck, or someone like that, who's more of a like left centre back than anything else. You know, the
even it ain't Nuri. Even it ain't
yeah, or even that. Like, if you want to go in that extreme approach, or like sign someone like a Calafiori, you know, like a centre back. Yeah, Hincapié, exactly. Play someone that can, like, of that ilk, you know, a centre back that can play left back type of player, right? So that for me is the thing. Like, it just makes me question Did we sign Kirkes for the wrong reasons? Basically, is what I'm questioning. And now it makes me go like, okay, if I am to extract the best out of Kirkes, I need him overlapping. Just like if I want to extract the best out of Bradley and Frimpong, I need them to overlap. Robertson is probably the only one that we have that can do this whole, basically third centre back role that we're asking the defender.
We have a guy that can do it, but he won't use next. He needs him for centre back, and that's Gomez. Joe Gomez done that in Klopp's last season. Too risky with
situation.
That's why I said he won't do it at the minute. But if you're
there's a different reason why it's risky. Because Leone's injured to the end of the season, I can't risk starting Gomez.
That's what I said. Because we haven't got any other centre back coverage, you can't play all three at once.
Yeah, and that's why for me it's risky. It's a horrible idea for me. So it just makes me question, okay, so if that was his plan, why did we sign Kirkes to begin with? Spent 40 million on a left back that's known for his overlaps up and down. Because you watch Kirkes for Hungary, and he's almost doing his best impersonation of Roberto Carlos, just up, down, the whole game. And then he comes to us, and we're asking him basically to be the third centre back, but that's not the role that he does well, Habibi. So why do we sign him to begin with? So, yeah, I think the whole inverting, and I feel like actually our wingers, all of them, work better with a fullback that overlaps more than anything else. That's the thing. Whether it's Gakpo, Salah, Chiesa, any winger you want to look at the football club, they're all better off with an overlapping fullback. So sometimes it makes me go okay, instead of doing all this, why don't we just play a double pivot instead of a single pivot of Jones and Szoboszlai as an example, and allow both of our fullbacks to overlap, therefore giving ourselves that defensive stability in case we get counterattack. The infamous, I'm sure Callum grew up watching this, the infamous Arrigo Sacchi ball, which is basically 6 and 4. You divide the pitch into 6s and 4s. You defend with 4 and attack with 6, or vice versa. You defend with 6, attack with 4. So
old school Rigo Sacchi.
That was brilliant. I'm not gonna lie, that was brilliant. Wait, you got that in there. That was brilliant.
Yeah, because people might have just even missed that name. That
was slick.
That is so back in the day, fam. So back in the day, Well, listen, funny is everything Husam said, is spot on, and they got Drift. He said Hato. No, sorry. Drift mentioned Hato, but
why is Drifty in the chat, not on the panel? You have access, Habibi.
Yeah, he's on his phone, I believe, innit? He hasn't got that much power on his phone. But Kyle, you mentioned sorry. So even though Drift said Hato, I remember Drift wanted Hincapié, right? And you wanted Hato, but either one of them two.
But I
can be honest. If we was gonna get Kirkes to play like how he's playing now, I would have said we should have went with one of your lot's left backs. But if that's how I thought was gonna play
from the beginning. I wanted a different profile of fullback from what we had. I think all of our fullbacks virtually try and do the same thing. Maybe apart from Frimpong and Bradley, they vary their games a bit. But apart from that, we're literally they're all carbon copies almost, or trying to be carbon copies. I wanted us to have different types of fullbacks so that we could play against different types of players and systems, and we've just gone for all the same pretty much, or tried to make
the thing is though, I said it yesterday. I was on a stream at the time. I said this, and people don't like the idea, but I think it's something that, even though I also don't like the idea, it's something that I think will happen at some point. You know how we set up against Frankfurt, where one stayed back and was almost a centre back or a DM at times. Robertson would step up if the game allowed it, and he'd form a 3, so it'd be a 2-3 or a 3-2. He'll do that on the other side with Szoboszlai. He'll play Szoboszlai at right back, and he'll have Szoboszlai invert into midfield, and he will then give Kirkes the left hand side, which is why I think that the Semenyo links are starting to pick up pace. Because Semenyo can do the job on the left or the right. And if Semenyo's on the right as a right footer, what's he going to do? He's going to hold width a lot more. So I'm worried now that what will happen is we'll buy Semenyo, and it'll be a case of which side does he think we need the overload on. If he thinks it's on the left, then he'll start Szoboszlai at right back and Kirkes at left back. Invert Szoboszlai, push Kirkes up. If he thinks it's on the right side, he'll start Bradley, he'll start Robertson, or Bradley or Frimpong. Robertson, they go forwards. Robertson tucks inside, and he gets what he wants either way. That worries me. I'll be honest, that worries me that he's going to do Szoboszlai right back. But I think he also does that because it allows him to play all three of Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, and Curtis Jones or McAllister. I don't think right now he's got a way of fitting all them in. And I think he wants to fit all them in at some point. So for him, it'll be a case of if I start Szoboszlai there and move him there, we'll be all right. I don't want to see that, by the way, before anyone in the comments gets, starts accusing me of wanting to see that crap football. But that's how I think he'll start to play at some point, where he'll invert Szoboszlai into that midfield spot so he can play all three of them together. That worries me.
Hold on, play who three together, sorry?
So he plays Szoboszlai at right back.
And Grav.
So Szoboszlai can tuck inside, and he can do Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, and Jones or McAllister as a midfield three.
I'm going to be honest. I shouldn't even really say this online because they'll know who it is. But if I see Szoboszlai start at right back against Brentford, something's going to happen.
You're going to be slot out.
Something? No. I'm just saying something's going to happen. They don't want to see me run up on Axa, I'll run up to Axa, bro. I swear down. Because
I just want to say that this isn't a real threat and we're not actually.
You won't do it. You're a nice guy.
I'm going to be honest, yeah? I know people
Matt
will
is too nice
there,
to do this.
I know people will sit there and say, yeah.
Right, Sam.
I know people will sit there and say
Drifty is the most likely one out of Kopish to actually attempt that in real life.
No, but here's the thing though, bro. I'm gonna be honest. It's normally the ones that's like. Anyway, let me not say too much because again, this is allegedly. I'm just saying. But if we see
allegedly implies he's got a full-on plan.
No, let me just say this.
You're about to elaborate like it's a GTA heist. Stop it. We're not doing this. Stop it.
No,
don't get us all in trouble.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
The only one who's safe here is Tom.
I'm just saying.
What? Do I even want to know why I'm safe?
No, don't worry.
It's obvious. Me, Callum, and Matt fit different bills.
All I'm gonna say.
They won't ever think Tom's guilty, but if anything happens, all three of us will be in the case.
Nah, it's true. All I'm gonna say is this though. Yeah, it'll get real bad.
I mean, I'll be honest with Sam. In this country, scouts don't exactly have the best rep either.
Say that again, Tom.
In this country, if I was put into a lineup with people from other parts of the country and they had me speak, I wouldn't stand much of a chance either.
That's true, but you are a wool and you sing England songs, so you're safe.
There we go. Look at this shit.
Bro, no real Skazer wears an England shirt, I will be honest with you.
Yeah, Tommy didn't help yourself with that one.
You did it.
Yep.
I can't argue doing shit. It wasn't an England chant, though. He doesn't understand the chant. It wasn't an England chant.
While riding another man's neck, so you're completely safe.
Yeah, it's dark times, man.
You fit two safe bills right there.
Nah, it's mad. But what I was gonna
that is fucking mental.
That is mad,
Sam's basically just called me the token gay guy.
That is mad.
That's exactly what they called it.
Let's bring us back on track. Where it's about
all
to
you need is a Starbucks coffee cup, and you're good to go.
Nah, Sam's kind of mad. I know what you did there. You're kind of mad.
Everyone understands in the chat what I'm making as well.
Nah, you're kind of mad.
I'd love to know what Matt's point was going to be because at this point we went so far.
No. We don't want to know Matt's point. That's the whole point of me doing this. Let's change topic. He's not going to threaten AXA. I'm not involved.
No. All right. I'm not threatening AXA. However, one thing I'm going to say, I don't think you will see real anger. Like, you will witness real anger if we see Szoboszlai at right back. I'm being honest, bro. If I see Szoboszlai at right back, you're gonna see me really crash out. And the reason I'm saying this is because we understand that Szoboszlai's played right back before this season, and it worked for about 2-3 games. No one's denying that, right? But it's plain for everyone to see that we need his footballing ability in midfield. It is being wasted at right back. Just because he can do a job there, it doesn't mean he should play there. And it would really irk me knowing that we have a right back who he still believes in, and you're still going to play a box-to-box midfielder over a right back. That is insanity to me, I can't even lie. That's madness. That shouldn't be happening. He's better than that. The manager's smarter than that. He knew how he won the league last year. For me, it's like
he won the league with a type of right back that we don't have now, and he's trying to recreate that right back.
No, but he got given a number 10 who's a creative hub who can pretty much do all creativity, except for he just can't do it in the first phase because we have to give him the ball. But all we literally got to do is give him the ball.
That's what he's trying to do, Matt. We've lost the right back in the first phase.
Hold on.
He's trying to recreate the right back in the first phase.
Watch what I'm about to say now. This is why I'm going to get frustrated with the manager even more so. You're telling me a traditional right back can't pass the ball to a midfielder?
Trent didn't really do that, though.
No. Hear what I'm saying. Trent Alexander-Arnold was an exceptional talent. He could do everything, right? What I'm saying is, there is this lazy narrative that, because Frimpong's not great at passing and Conor Bradley's not the greatest, will you Szoboszlai to get the ball to Wirtz? That is utter rubbish.
Not in reality. How did we get the ball to Szoboszlai last season?
Hear me out. Tom, you could play right back. I promise you could play a ball to Gravenberch. I promise you, bro. It's not that hard.
That's not the problem, though, Matt.
Tom, I'm telling you from now, the narrative is I can't stand it. There's this narrative that we have to get the ball to Wirtz. No one can find him. Bro, we can find Wirtz, bro. The players are there.
So and also, I was watching Kopish.
Okay.
I was watching Kopish 2 days ago, and I'm so glad Callum said it. There's only 2 teams in history that have had Trent at right back, and that's Liverpool and Real Madrid. All of a sudden, we act like we can't build up without Trent. Total horse shit. So last season, Trent didn't play, and we built up fine. So now what?
We should be able to. I don't disagree with that. But when we are playing that system that Arne Slot has used at points this season, which we used a lot last season, you have to go back to what happened last year. Do you know who passed the ball to Szoboszlai the most?
What, last year?
When he made this progressive run. So when he picked up the ball, turn and then run like ball. Yeah, that was Trent. Trent would fire the ball into him in between the lines and do it. I don't disagree that our right backs can find our DMs. But that doesn't then get the ball to Wirtz because all season we've struggled with getting the ball to Wirtz from the DMs. So what he's trying to do, I disagree with it. And there is a solution which he found out against Frankfurt, which is playing 2 best ball playing DMs and they can find him. But what he's been trying to do, while sticking with Gravenberch in the pivot, is put Szoboszlai right back and hope that because he'll get more time on the ball, he can fire the ball into Wirtz. That's not Szoboszlai's game, though. So Szoboszlai doesn't do that. So what ends up happening is you just take Szoboszlai out the game. Szoboszlai does that in midfield because the gap isn't as big. He done it against Frankfurt because the gap isn't as big. He still got the space, but the gap wasn't as big. He can't do it right back. He doesn't know how to play it. So the manager doesn't believe that certain players in this team can play that one ball into the 10. If we had Trent could play that ball into the 10. He's at points trying to recreate that this season. We cannot do that. The way you do that is with Szoboszlai and Jones in the midfield.
Bro, do you know, in my opinion, and again, because I feel like you're overly complicating it. We're overcomplicating it ourselves because we want to do this stupid build-up with Kirkers playing as part of a back 3, and you've got Konate and Virgil, and what happens is everyone runs behind the opposition players. So therefore, no one can pass the ball. That's actually what we're doing. We are hiding from responsibility. And the only time we didn't hide from responsibility was against Frankfurt, funny enough. Because if you saw it in that Man United game, don't let me go to, I think it was 30 minutes and 38 seconds or the other way around. There was this gaping hole in midfield showing our build-up. And that's due to the manager. That's got nothing to do with the personnel. The manager's tactics are creating these problems, these issues. This is why this whole Szoboszlai at right back narrative needs to stop. Yes, of course, we know he's a good player. He does help him build up. But the manager, in my opinion, bro, should be saying, do you know what? We're not going to be as aggressive when we start at the back because we're going to utilize our fullbacks and give our defenders some options to work with. And I can guarantee you we can move up the pitch because Gravenberch and whoever else is in the pivot can help out. And then Wirtz will be able to drop in that little bit deeper and he can receive the ball. That's how I see it anyway.
I don't disagree. I'll be honest though. The reason why Frankfurt worked so well was we stopped giving the ball to the fullbacks in build-up. Robertson would get it, but Robertson's always been all right in build-up. But we stopped giving the ball to Conor Bradley off Konate. So when Conor Bradley was receiving the ball, he was in a winger position. He was in a much better position for his skill set. It worked against Frankfurt because we had a double pivot that held shape and were comfortable on the ball. It's all I've been asking for all season. That's why Curtis Jones was so important. That's why he was man of the match for me. Because he'd done him or Szoboszlai. You can give it to either or. I give it to Curtis Jones because I think his job was a lot more underappreciated. What he done was give that balance, which is what we've needed all season in the midfield pivot. I don't think we've had it. And it's the only. I know Gravenberch had a good season, but it's the one thing he doesn't provide. He's not that kind of DM, and I think with the
like a progressive passer, you mean like that? You mean progressive?
Yeah, he needs that fluidity.
He's a progressive runner, not a progressive passer.
He needs freedom. He needs to be given a license to roam and a license to be a bit free with the ball. The reason why I think Frankfurt worked so well was that we didn't really give either DM that license to be free until we were 4-1 up. Both of them stayed in relatively normal positions for the pivot. The problem we've had in recent games is, for me, I couldn't tell you our midfield shape in some games. Gravenberch is like left back, and then the 2-8 to like further than the striker.
And it's again, listen, I don't want us to finish the show on the negative. So one thing I will say is we saw Liverpool play way better against Frankfurt. Liverpool looked like it would seem like we're hopefully on the mend, and obviously we'll find out at Brentford tomorrow, 8 p.m. because that's going to be the real test. And everything that we've just spoken about, I really hope all the negative stuff we spoke about doesn't happen, but obviously we won't know. And I just really hope that the manager doesn't if the manager just keeps things simple, Tom, like you're saying and like I'm saying, Husam saying and what Cal's saying, I think we have an amazing chance of being Brentford. But if we see any foolishness, Tom, I can't lie to you, it's going to be a long day for us because Brentford are no mugs either. They're not that type of team.
I actually watched Brentford away at. Actually, watched Brentford away at West Ham. I did.
How did they play ball in it?
And like that's exactly what they're gonna do against us. With all due respect, like this, it's gonna be long ball. And khalas, Thiago in space. We already know, bro. My mother can tell you Brentford tactics. Like, let's just be honest here. On genuinely, like, if my mom don't even watch football and she knows the way that Brentford are gonna play. It's not like some form of secret. It's not a secret. Everyone knows. So that's why for me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, they scored their goals against Brentford against West Ham. Sorry, the same exact way that you would expect them to attack us. So we just have to be careful for the long ball. And Slot has been bitching about the long balls in the press conference. So you're gonna have to watch out for that, Habibi.
Facts. Right, let's be the supers. Oh no, go on, Tom.
There's no real way to. This is the thing. No, he's moaning about them because there's no tactical way to stop long balls in reality. Like, you could try and press higher. Like, that's probably the only way, but we don't have the players that can do that.
Or you can just concede a bit of pitch and drop back.
Of course you can,
if you have to.
Against long ball.
Because remember, what it is, you see managers like, and not even managers, but you see you got managers that are stubborn and very, like, bullish in their ways. They don't want to change anything. So when Arne Slot says that, it's like, bro, come on, man. Like, this is football. That any team is allowed to play how they want. Like, don't moan what they do. But he's given reasons, so I understand it. But it just comes across a little bit like moaning. It's like, bro, like, if a team doesn't play how you expect them to play, you can't have a go at them. Like,
the thing you should be moaning about is our inability to win second balls. Off long balls, we don't win second balls. I don't think there's much you can do about stopping the long ball. If a team is going to play long ball, they're going to play long ball. And to me, it comes down to, firstly, your centre-back's got to win his duel. If he doesn't win his duel, you have to be better set up to win the second ball. And that's the one thing that I think he hasn't done properly against long ball teams. We do not win second balls against long ball teams. So all that ends up happening is they'll pump it long to the striker. He'll win a crap flick on, or he'll win a crap, or it'll be a 50-50. It'll bounce between the two of them. But they'll always get the second ball to a midfielder or a winger. We're not quick enough on them. That's what he should be moaning about. That's what he should be That's what he should be pushing for. The players need to be more switched on for second balls. But in terms of the whole, how do I stop the long balls? There's not really much we can do about that. We can press higher, but we don't have the players for that. And it just leaves us so shitly exposed when we try and press high at the minute. Or you win your second balls. We just need to win the second balls. So either Canate needs to play like he did against Frankfurt and the Palace second half and against United, where he just wins all his duels because then it doesn't matter if it doesn't matter about second balls. We've won the.
But the midfield needs to be alert, Tom. For see when Van Dijk and Konate do, they're gonna do a lot of heading, yeah. But them clearances.
That was again why it worked against Frankfurt. So I don't know if you saw against Frankfurt.
The midfielders need to be alert
in the last 30 minutes against Frankfurt. What ended up happening because Bradley was so high up, when they would play these long balls, you would see Dom Szoboszlai run to a right back spot. So Konate then, as long as he just won the duel. If it goes to his left, he's got Van Dijk. If it goes in front of him, he's got Curtis. If it goes to the right, Szoboszlai is there to pick it up. So he could. We know Van Dijk is very good. It's one of the most underrated attributes he's got, where he wins his duels and he always heads them to where he wants to head them to.
Yeah,
like he passes his aerial duels.
Konate doesn't pass.
Konate just wins it. Konate just wants to win it, and then I'll deal with what happens afterwards.
Yeah.
We surrounded Konate with the right pieces against Frankfurt to where it didn't matter where it went, someone was there. Again, and I'll keep harping on about it, it was so stupid. In that run of 4 games where we kept pushing everyone forwards, if we won the long ball, if it doesn't go to Van Dijk, we don't get the second ball. We don't. Because the midfielder that should be in that area is fucking up there somewhere. So that's why I'll keep saying the DM setup against Frankfurt has to happen again. I know that it might limit some players. Szoboszlai might not get as good attacking numbers. Gravenberch might not get as good attacking numbers. He might not score again for the rest of the season. I don't give a shit. We are so much better when the DMs hold their position. We are so much more balanced. And I feel that we lost our balance trying to fit all these new players in and trying to fit as many attackers in. Balance is key.
Balance is definitely key. Right, let's read out the supers and then we head out of here, peeps. Big up Shawnee. He says, according to Rivals, Vert's performance doesn't count because it was in Germany. So does that mean Saka's don't count because he plays in England?
That's a good response, Shawnee. I'm going to use that next time someone brings it
again, up. What Saka performances? He's got no assists this season.
Tom Savage.
I don't know.
Nick Pope has more assists than Bukayo Saka this season. Can't be saying that about my number 10.
That's crazy still. Actually, yeah. Bigger Ed, he just become a member. Bigger Omar. All Frankfurt game was set piece goals, relieved pressure.
I don't think we. I think we were once we scored the first one. I think we were batting them. I think the goals will come in a matter of time. I also don't think why we're now being dead arsey about set piece. The way certain fans treat set pieces is fucking hilarious in this fan base. We moan about how we don't score them, and then when we score them, we moan about the fact we scored them.
Yeah.
I want us to score set pieces. If Arsenal are where they are for the past how many seasons because they make set pieces effective. I was so happy when we stopped fucking fouling from our attacking set pieces because we scored.
Yeah. Why are you always using bad language? There's no need to say fucking scoring. You could just say scoring. There's kids watching us.
Fucking hell.
Even now. Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, why did you say fucking hell?
That's the problem. Is that the problem? As it has done?
Big up Omar. Slot blames the long balls.
Matt wants to go. He's hungry.
Wow.
Is this what we're doing this how? Really?
Callum has to get on the stock exchange as well. So there's money.
Wow.
It's all right. It's all right. Because Sam's got to go on TV again. He's got to do another mic test. All right, cool.
I actually refused the TV appearance today. They were like, "Oh, Will wants you." I'm like, "I'm good, bro. Big up you guys. I'm on Kop-Ish." I told them.
No, you didn't.
Kop-Ish is bigger than TV. Told them.
But yeah, see, there's nothing to fix it. That's true as well. Bigger Ed, Husam is the toxic Avenger for sure. Laugh out.
Me? I'm not toxic at all.
There we go.
That's such a lie.
Bigger Omar, Slot literally fast track to Jurgen Klopp's stubborn seasons.
We're overreacting an awful lot here.
I know. I think that's a bit too. Like, the man won the league, and obviously we haven't had the best 8 games in the Premier League, and like already that these assumptions. Or I think he can be stubborn, but to start comparing it to another manager who's there for years is
the Jurgen Klopp stubbornness was different than the Arne Slot stubbornness. The Jurgen Klopp stubbornness was the fact he didn't buy any new players, and he refused to let certain players go. So it was the stubbornness that we kept pretty much the same squad. The Arne Slot one is the stubbornness that he's trying to fit new players in, and he should probably change the system.
Klopp's quality was obviously he always believed in the players and gave them every opportunity to show their best form, but there were times when the players let him down, but he would still trust in them. That's one thing I'll say. It's a good and a bad thing. Do you know what I mean? Because he actually believes in it. He gives players like real belief, even if they don't believe themselves.
His biggest strength is also his biggest weakness.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Yeah, facts. Bigger Ali, guys, you seen Trent's brother yet again. My two teams. But I ain't got time for that guy, you know, bro. Whatever he does, let him do whatever he's doing, bro.
Yeah.
Put Tom in prison fund. What?
Oh, they'd love Tom in prison.
That is fucking
mad.
Mental, Husam.
That is crazy. We might have to take an ad break or something. Can we do that?
Not the camel, not the camel, not the camel. I have to mute, not the camel. Drop the beat. Drop the beat.
Emotional damage.
Drop the beat, in my opinion. It would have been better.
No, we can't. No, we can't do that. We can't
drop the beat.
That's the wrong context.
Hold on a minute.
That's a celebration.
Drop the beat for me suggesting that Tom gets bummed in prison. Let's celebrate that.
No, but you want to know why I said drop the beat? Because of the Simicast Van Dijk thing. So it makes sense.
Bro?
If Tom goes to prison, he has to convert to Islam to get protected.
Oh my fucking God.
Drop the beat. Drop the beat or I keep going.
Years from now, they're going to ask us, where were you when they took over the planet? We're going to say, we just stood by and watched.
I think Husam is definitely hungry.
Shout out to
guys. Hassam's not toxic. Guys, Hassam's not toxic though. He's not toxic.
Big up my guy Ahmed from Liverpool. You get me? Drop the beat or I keep going. I told you. Drop the beat. You have to drop the
Sam,
beat.
we got I'm reading supers. We got to head up. No.
Yeah, can you drop the beat for me, please?
We're not celebrating.
Can you drop the beat? It's Jenny's birthday today. Drop the beat. How about that?
Where? Is it actually Jenny's
birthday? Wallah, it's Jenny's birthday. Drop the beat.
Cow, is he lying? Where's Jenny?
Wallahi, it's Jenny's birthday.
Why would Cal know Jenny?
No, I know.
Why
I know who Jenny is. I'm on the.
Wallahi, it's Jenny's birthday. And it's Fonzie's birthday, and he's a member. Hold that, drop
Kathy,
the beat.
is it Jenny's birthday? I'm asking Kathy. I trust Kathy.
And it's
Kathy, is it Jenny's birthday?
Oh my God.
Oh, it's Fonzie's birthday.
Sean knows Jenny. Ask the people. Thank you,
Listen, Husam, you're going mad today. You're saying some of the maddest stuff. Mad. But we're trying to be for people, just context for people's birthdays. Happy birthday, Jenny. Happy birthday, Fonzie, as well.
And happy birthday to Val as well. Drop the beat.
This show.
I can teach you how to use this, Tom, as well.
I actually didn't even do anything. You got your fucking wish, Husam. The beat dropped. You don't need to keep going.
I'm stopped. Now I stop.
Nah, this is actually insane. I'm just gonna read out supers and
most toxic guy on YouTube.
Bigger Aya, isn't it what Tom is saying? The manager is changing things because there's a huge gap left by Trent. Yeah, but the manager's also not helping themselves even with these changes. That's the problem. So, yeah, that as well. Bigger Ed, they're probably Tom's kids watching. Nah, this is going too far. Big up, Sheriff. Stop anti-Salah finish move. Matt wrong yesterday. What?
What were you saying about the Egyptian king?
See, they said like you might.
I'm so confused. What, bruv? You know, yesterday, big up, Jamie, Monts, and Ends. I literally said Salah can be criticized, but let's not go too far. I'm so confused. I literally said that. The footage is there.
There is also footage if you give him a 0 on the player ratings.
For which game, Tom?
For the Frankfurt game.
I didn't, but I'm going to ask you guys.
We just didn't rate him.
Was he good against Frankfurt?
You think I'm going to use context whenever I bring that clip up in the future?
All I'm going to say is, Salah's stinking up the joint right now. He needs to fix up. He's still the Egyptian king. That's it.
We know the Liverpool YouTubers that want him gone.
Exactly. There's people that definitely want him gone.
Yeah. No need to
remember, there's
any
people
name.
that wanted.
Like
remember, there was people.
Kopish?
No, not me.
No, Matt
There's
doesn't want him gone. Matt actually likes
No.
him.
There's people on this planet that wanted Klopp gone, right? Way before he left, but we weren't. saying
Hadouken!
Hey,
Big up
you say
Frankie.
that. You say that like I wasn't an oracle.
Big up Frankie. What year was it, by the way, Tom? You said that?
I said I said he looked tired
What
in
year?
2023, and in 2024 he left because he was tired.
Okay.
Damn.
Cool. Retegi up front as well, yeah.
Retegi's been very good this season. Have you not seen his
Should have been a
record
striker
this
to the
season?
Ekatike, ain't it? Should have been a striker to Ekatike.
Have you not seen his record this season, Retegi?
Tom, when are you next streaming?
Oh no!
Again, entirely irrelevant. It'd work if I was actually asked about streaming. If I was asked about streaming, that'd be a really good one.
Tom, have you got a new foot manager?
I have, mate.
What's your latest game that you're playing?
I've just won 1-0 against Tottenham.
What was the game before? The one that he's telling me about off stream.
Who cares about that? Who cares about that?
Big up Frankie. Big up Cal. When FSG merch has been.
I've got footage of Matt. So I've just got some footage of Matt pressing Tom.
Got your ass.
Blood.
Again, it would work if Retegi hadn't had a good season so far.
Where's Retegi
Tom,
playing?
do you know what? I'll be honest. Where's he now, actually? What
Saudi Arabia.
He's playing in Saudi Arabia. He's got his bag.
Oh, he's gone Saudi. I swear. I didn't even know, actually. I thought he was still in the Italian league.
You know, I realized something. Me and Tom really joke with each other a lot, but it's the reaction of these two on the top that make things worse. Like the way that you guys react to certain things make the audience really think that me and Tom hate each other.
No.
Don't hate each
No.
other.
Tom
Tom loves me. I hate him.
Some of the things you say to Tom, we know it's banter, yeah, and obviously you guys have that banter. But sometimes, bro, some of the things you
Brother
say,
Ahmed.
some of the things you say is mad.
Tom, I can get up and I can give you a place in my pocket.
Oh,
No.
Next super chat, please. Next super chat, please.
Sam, that is a red
Don't
card.
react.
Big up Cal. When
Don't
F-
react.
no. When FSG must be an okay jersey, I don't mind Liverpool tops, but need to show who really supporting all of this. Sam has lost.
Sam talking like he's fucking teabag.
That's just a shit
right there.
super chat,
Jesus
Frankie.
Christ.
You know you're better than this, Frankie. That's just a shit super chat. You always spend your 35 rand making good jokes. That's the worst joke ever. Like your joke is so bad, my balls dropped. That's how bad this joke is. Please. You're so much better. I actually expect better from you. I want an apology later on my stream as well. Come back, apologize.
Sam's actually serious, you know. He was joking.
Sam, do you want that apology in a normal
dropping
comment?
the most fast jokes ever. Bro, you're so much better than this. Tell Fonzie I abused him now. He makes only good jokes. You have to make good jokes when you're making jokes.
Big up, Les. It's my birthday. Big up, Cal Struggle Beard.
Watch this. Read David Gray's super chat as well. Husam just made you £4 just because of the drop the beat thing. Actually, I made you £6 because of Ed's super chat as well. Oh, Toxic Husam makes Kop-Ish money. Who would have thought?
Yeah, and you know what? It'd be a miracle if they're not demonetized after some of the shit you said this stream.
I need to go for a smoke, blood. I swear. Wait,
I'm calm. I'm calm.
MVP. Hassan might be MVP today. I can't lie. He probably gets man of the match. Start doing a man of the match award.
Callum is the MVP with his shirt.
Wow.
Make sure you guys invest your stocks in Kop-Ish.
Oh my! It's a proper like polo, isn't it?
Yeah,
Tom,
it is.
do not get involved. When are you
thought
next?
I have a whiteboard for you.
I thought it was like
whiteboard.
you know, like them new jackets that they've got, which look like a shirt and like they go all. I thought it was like no, you should.
You know what Callum looks like? Callum looks like your favorite history teacher at school. You know the teacher in school that everyone loves. Like, oh, everyone loves Mr. Callum. That's what this reminds me of. Like,
Cal, you gotta
oh my
fight
god,
back.
it's my favorite class of the day.
For you,
Favorite class of the day. Tell me about the battle in Normandy, brother.
It's cool. I let them have today.
No. That's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Which year was the First World War?
Take calm, man.
I'll be honest, Cal. I don't get the colour as well.
Nah, Tom, Tom. This is between Husam and Cal. You get involved. Don't let me fry you again.
No, but I just don't. I'd never think of buying a shirt.
Do you want me to clap back at you both? Yes or no? Or are we gonna leave it?
First of all, don't threaten, because you know if we do clap back for clap back, you're the one that's gonna go like, "Wow, you're toxic" at the end.
I'm asking.
Clap back at Tom. Cook Tom, because he's a nice guy. Leave me alone.
All right. So do you want me to? Should we leave it?
Yeah, you can cook Tom. No problem.
No, good.
Fuck me. He's left me the fucking wolves, hasn't he?
Brother, Callum is not a wolf.
We both
Callum is not a wolf. When you say leave me to the wolf, he's not a wolf. If Jamie Phillips was on the stream, I'd say I left you to the wolves. But Callum is a nice guy. He's not a wolf. Callum is like a Persian cat. Yeah, he's not a wolf.
I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult.
I don't feel like it's.
I'm saying you're a nice guy. How is that an insult?
No,
that's definitely not an insult. Are we just saying everything is an insult now? I said Persian.
I don't know where I stand with you right now, Husam.
You know I love you. You're my favorite geography.
Don't try and charm me, bro.
What's the capital of Belgium?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. You know, I really don't know if that's a compliment or an insult.
Man says he loves Tom with a tablet. Look how he treats Tom.
The guy's a madman.
Basically, Cal, what he said is you're not a big scary wolf. You're just a little shitty kitten.
But I don't
know everyone in the chat knows I'm a cat guy. I hate dogs. If I wanted to insult someone, I'd call him a dog.
Be fair to Simon, because he even spoke about the analogy in terms of when we was going to win the league last year.
Yeah, leopard in the tree.
Leopard,
yeah. I used the big cat.
Yeah.
That's because you said you got off some fucking nature documentary.
Yeah, I watch.
The analogy was right. Was spot on though. All jokes aside, analogy was spot on. Bigger Ed, don't drop this. Nah, this is mad, bro.
Look what you've caused, Husam.
This is mad. Nah, Sam's actually gone mad. Man saying prison break, you know. That is crazy.
Shout out, brother Ahmed.
Nah, we need to end the stream, Dave.
Yeah.
No, there's one more. Read it.
Two more. Big up David Gray. Big up David Gray, you know, it's his birthday. Big him up each and every time.
Hold that. You dropped the beat twice. Hold that. Me and Tom run this.
Me and Tom run this. Me, you know.
Me and Tom run the show. Drop the beat. Drop the beat right now.
I just want to go.
How about
I just want to fucking go.
You have to because it's David's birthday.
Drop it. Hold that.
Speak up, David. This ain't for Sam.
Happy birthday, David. On the head top. Everyone spam happy birthday, David in the chat.
Big up.
Genuine question about that. Why are some of the images so low quality compared to the others?
What's that?
Why are some of the images not low quality compared to the others?
Because we haven't got a Getty Images account, Tom. We're sorry.
No, but you don't need a Getty Images account. You can just Google resolutions for photos and you can get them all.
Cheers, Tom. Cheers, Tom. We'll bear that in mind for the next one.
We might edit you out the next one, Tom. How about that?
I'm not even in that one.
Anyway.
I'm not even in fucking anything anymore.
We fought for 6 months for no reason. We're not even in the fucking intro. I did all that. Ram gets more airtime than me on the introduction, and I'm doing this on the intro as well. What kind of bullshit is this?
Well, you wanted one where you're flexing.
I flexed for no reason. Put this on the intro. Put this on the intro. How about that?
We're not putting out the intro.
No.
I know I'm just part of the intro. I don't know why they did cartoon versions of themselves.
Two of the most entertaining guys on the channel got the intro so I could watch Drifty AI eat a donut and then
eat a donut. Exactly. 6 months of fighting for AI.
Or Cal.
Don't even say nothing. Cal. You see on Tuesday.
If you guys watch Kopish properly, then you'd know.
Sorry, Monday. I got the day wrong. Monday.
You'd know it.
I'm sorry. I'm so busy streaming for 10 hours that I can't watch every single Kopish stream. Apologize. Yeah, Tom is not. Tom scratches his balls all day, so he should be watching Kopish.
I get where they come from. I just think so. I don't get why I got kicked off the. I don't get why I got kicked off the introduction. So I can.
Joe, did you hear what he said? Did you hear what he said?
I just talked over him. I'm not taking any notes out of him.
Cal, repeat what you said, please.
I said while he's wearing that condom top to run. Yeah.
It's a good one, that one, Cal. I'll give you that one.
And that is how you end the show. Big up Ali for the super chat. And yes, I do have the same birthday as Mbeumo. Thank you for reminding everybody. I really appreciate that.
Can we put up Freedom's comment as well? You guys put up members chat
Ali.
as well.
Cheers, my bro. Appreciate
guys,
it.
Put up members chat as well, right? Put up Freedom's comment, please. Please put up Freedom comment.
Oh, don't.
Pick up my girl, Freedom. Go ahead to put Don flexing. See, the people want it. The people want it in the chat. The people want some biceps in the introduction. We know none of you can show that, so big up to you. Big up my girl, Freedom. Shout out to all the women in the chat. Big up to all the crazy women in the planet. Love you all.
Massive big up to all the crazy women on the planet. Big up Omar, AI version of Kyle drinking from a closed bottle. Listen, it's AI, bro. AI makes mistakes.
Bro. No, but I gotta be honest. Anytime there's food or drink involved in this intro, you just eat it and then the food doesn't get it. The donut's still full. He's just got crumbs coming out of somewhere.
I'll be honest, I love you guys, but the intro is shit. Like, we have to be honest.
We
have to.
Why should Henderson dancing?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. We have to make a new intro. Kopish, listen, I want to say something. Kopish is pound for pound the best Liverpool channel on this platform. So when we are introducing, we need an elite intro. With all due respect, you sat down with Sander Westerveld. You have Jordan Henderson saying subscribe to Kop-Ish.
We had that in the other intro.
Sounds good. Everyone wanted to change intro, and then we get a new intro. And now, again, I can't remember the person who made it. Actually, I don't
use AI. Big up whoever did the intro.
Yeah, big up the person. That was their work.
Okay, let's not do AI intros. Just do the other intro.
Why are we not in your intro, Husam? Where's your
intro? But watch this. I don't have an intro. So
why don't you have an intro? Why don't you have an intro?
I don't have an intro because my intro just became an advertising sponsor after 4 years. I haven't been sponsored yet. So
why don't you have an intro? Big 60,000 subscribers. You don't even have an intro. What's going on there? So what? Are you scrimping? Are you not putting the effort in that you should
actually
be putting
62,500.
Exactly, and you can't even have an intro. Tom can't have an intro because he hasn't even got a video to go up. But you should have an intro.
It's true. And you're getting more money these days as well. You're going on Big Bad TV, Super Sport, all of that stuff. You're doing mic tests. You're doing mic tests. You're doing mic tests every Friday.
Maybe you're just uncomfortable, Husam.
Come on.
TV appearances are free. I do not get paid to go on TV.
So as far as allegedly,
I don't know that. Allegedly, we don't know that.
It's how it goes, isn't it?
You think they pay me to go on TV? So you think that they pay me to go on TV, and I told them that I couldn't make it today? You really think this? If they paid me, I'd be there. I wouldn't be on Kopish. Money is money. Money is money. Money's money.
Wow.
Callum, I offered you £75 Monday at 12. Would you be on my show?
I'll be honest with you. Without even going to, I've been offered money to be on shows and I've turned it down.
Yeah, same. I've been offered money as well and I turned it down. I'll be honest. I don't say yes to everything money.
I've gone on the show and got paid. So yeah, we moved.
My appearance on Kopish is more important to me than any money. I'm just joking, chat. But we do need a new intro. Jokes aside, this intro is shit.
Why don't you do one for us then? Or is it just going to
brother?
Be
why don't you get Vel to do it then?
Okay, you want me to? Okay, no problem. The difference between me and you is I will not give a promise for 5 weeks from now. Vel will have the intro ready for you by tomorrow. How about that? You'll see how professionals do it. You'll see how fucking pros do it on this platform. We run real shit around here, okay?
How's Vel going to make the video by tomorrow? Does he live in the basement?
No, Vel don't live in the basement, but Vel is the second highest paid guy after Skull Thuggery in the entirety of YouTube. Anyone who makes thumbnails. I'll not reveal how much I paid him last month. You get me? Shout out Vel. Vel is going to have an intro ready by tomorrow, within 24 hours. That's how pros do it.
24 hours.
6 weeks from now, 7 weeks from now.
This is how Vel feels right now if you making promises on his behalf.
Again! You fucking idiots!
No, Vel doesn't feel that way because Vel is very well paid.
Got me stressed.
Vel is very well paid.
Going on. Vel wanted to go out.
Very well paid. Don't worry. Vel will happily do it. Vel will happily do it. He's very well paid.
Is stressed. But listen,
Why would
people,
Val be stressed? Val will make a better intro than any of the bullshit that we watched today with a donut that comes back full after Drifty bit
nah,
it. What's the
Hassam, you're
point?
doing way too much.
point?
You're
Crazy,
doing way too much.
You're the
doing way too
only
much.
one.
This on the
Because
intro.
you want to be in the.
So
Because you want to
toxic.
be in the intro more, innit?
That's
This
all
why
it
you're
is,
doing
you
it.
know. That's all it is.
Habibi, I'm just saying.
Oh,
Ca-
look
you-
at him.
Let me
Nah.
answer. Let me answer.
Nah.
Let me answer. Let me answer. You in the chat know it's
No, you're
everyone's
the only
favorite.
one who's criticized the intro. The
Everyone's
only one.
favorite show of the week is the Friday show. Everyone knows this. Okay? Just like everyone's favorite show on my channel is Ahwa. Khalas, every channel has a favorite show where people love to watch it. This is their favorite
See that?
show.
That's a
If this is
backhand
our
you've done
favorite
again.
show, Tom and Husam have to be in the intro by definition because it's the best show of the week.
This technically our best and biggest show is the Monday Night Live show. I see what you did there, though. Our biggest show is when you're on here, but your biggest show is when we're not on your channel. I see it.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
what
yeah.
I mean, man.
No, I
That's not
see
what
it.
I mean.
We're just an
not what I
afterthought, Matt. We're just an afterthought.
Ahwa
Matt.
is
I
just
know.
very
I
toxic.
know.
Ahwa's toxic show. That's why people love it because it's very toxic. That's
Sorry, I've always been mean to ask. What does our stand for?
Ahwa is
that mean?
Arabic for coffee shop, basically. That's why it's toxic.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
So
that.
it's like, you know, when you go out to the coffee shop, very toxic conversations. That's what we do.
Right, with that being said, there's only one way to end the show. Hassam, you might want to mute your stuff. Got him. All right, chat. We move. We roll out. Let's go. I had to get him back. People, listen. Great show. Big up Hassam. Big up Tom. Big up Cal. It was a Kop-Ish Kollab. We're out of here, people. Take care. God bless. We're out. Love. I think that was all the
No
sleeps, isn't it?
words.
Yeah, it was. No.
I mean,
wait.
I,
Sorry, my bad.
Sam,
There's more
Sam,
supers.
I'm just here to defend our honor. 2 weeks ago, the Kop-Ish
Oh.
collab with Husam and Tom Little got more views than the Monday Night Live show from that week. So it's not a dead set every week. Some weeks, our combination.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair. You know why that's fair?
And you know, we are
Darwin
the intro
Nunes scored a
blinking,
brace
don't miss it.
against Newcastle. Where is he now? That's great. Big up
I mean,
Ty.
look,
Have we
let's
seen
go
Matt
back
and
to
then Bremmer
Liverpool.
in the same room? You got to stop this foolishness. I'm trying to end the show in a positive way. And every time I try to end the show in a positive way, I get cooked by someone in the chat. Big up Omar. Best intro will be the camel video. Full stop. No,
Horrible idea. Horrible
No,
idea.
this is with me, Hassam, definitely coming back to normal. That is the worst idea ever. I can't even lie. Like in history.
Yeah.
But yeah, we move. People, listen, I hope you guys enjoyed the show, though. It's always jokes. It's always banter.
what
It's always a
you're feeling.
Friday. It's always madness when these.
I'll be honest.
Flipping hell.
This statement that the Monday Night Live show gets more views than ours, it's not lining up with what I'm seeing. There's been 1 week out of 4 at this point where it's been correct.
Tom, when are you next going live?
I muted him.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wow.
People, God
Wow.
bless. Take care.
Entirely irrelevant.
We're out, people. Love.
That's it.